This show is sponsored by printbymagic.com. We print directly to your bicycle playing cards.
Hey everybody, it is Christmas time, of course. Just reminding you that we have an amazing selection, incredible selection of magic sets right here. I mean, let's do a little look at all the different sets that we have available. The Magic Hat by MurphysMagic, Mind Games, Quirkology. We have the great Marvin's Magic Tricks, mind-blowing tricks here, all at really, really super prices. The Marvin's Magic iMagic set. This is an awesome, awesome set right here, all with your iPhone or your iPad. All these different things, and the Marvin's Magic bag of tricks, and tons of extra amazing tricks here, available now for your Christmas gifts. Hello and welcome to the Magicworld Review Show. I am Anthony, and today I'm reviewing 3 products. It's going to be the DMC Elites, it's going to be Tint, and it is going to be Aperture by Eric Jones and Tango Magic. Then I am going to let you know the winner to the last week's or the last video's contest, and I want to let you know at the very end about a huge, crazy Black Friday sale that we have going on with over 2,000 products, and a way that you can earn even more discount on top of the 60% discount that we are offering in that category. Then also we're going to be giving away around £200 worth of magic, if not more, as part of this contest. So stick around to the end and you will get to see how you could be in the chance of winning up to £200 worth of magic in this great mega contest that is taking place. So I'll do my best to be as quick as I can with the reviews until that point. So let's get going. Product number 1, let's start off with Tint. Tint is a product by TJIU, TJIU, and this retails for £27.49. Now, as per usual, I'm just going to scoot a little bit to this side because now we have it playing just in the corner here. And yeah, this looks like an extremely visual change of a deck of cards, or the colour of a deck of cards from red to blue or blue to red. And that is exactly what it is. Inside you get the link to the video instructions, and you get the secret, which I'm not going to show you, or part of the secret. So the product comes almost made up, and you know, you get a special box. That's all I'm going to say, but you get a special sort of box pre-made up, and you're going to have to do a little bit of changing on the actual box itself that of a brand new deck of cards. So with this, you have the red version for this one and the blue one, so you can do it either way you wish, which is quite nice. Now, I'm not showing you the product, I'm just opening it up again here and checking out. Yeah, so this one is a one-way change from a red deck into a blue deck, or a blue deck into a red deck. Red into blue, simple as that. And it's really nice because the change itself does look like it just changes. It doesn't look like there's a flap on it. Again, I have to say that, but it doesn't look like a normal thing. It's not just one card that has a flap on anyway, it's not that kind of thing. But it doesn't look like you're doing a massive flap. It actually looks like you're just twisting it and it changes. So that is the positive part of this trick. I really like that visual. Now, the downsides is that you're going to have to then steal something away if you want to be completely clean and let them examine the box. But we'll get more into that later. In the actual change itself, it looks extremely visual, but you are limited on angles. As he says, you have to be performing it, holding a deck of cards. I'm just going to use a DMC Elites as an example, but you're holding them this way, you're turning them on an angle, and you have to turn your body at that point of change because there's one side which you don't want to be showing to the audience at that point of change. So you are getting a lot of angles all the way around, except for here, you've got to make sure that they're not seeing one side of the deck. So that is one limitation, but nothing I would really worry about. But it would be if I was doing close-up or walk-arounds, should I say, when people are right here. I don't want to be having to worry too much about the edges, and really, I don't want to have to worry too much about stealing stuff away. So if I was doing walk around, I don't care, I don't give a box out to be examined, I do a change, it changes colour, take the cards out, put the box in my pocket, go into another trick. So while the idea of being able to let the box be examined after is really nice, it's not something that really I personally would want, but that doesn't mean that it's not something that you wouldn't want. So yeah, all in all, you've done the change and you have to now, you can take the cards out of the box. Now this is the really nice part, is that you're taking the cards out of the box, now the box is completely clean. So that can be examined if you wish. So the thinking behind that is very good. Then, to get yourself 100% clean is just a little bit fiddly for my liking. You have to actually spread the cards. So once the cards are out, you have to actually spread them before you can do the secret cull, should I say, secret steal. Because there's one thing that gets in the way. That's all I'm going to say on that aspect. But from the point it's happened, now you have to spread out the cards, do a little thing before doing the ditch. Then you have a free deck of cards. I don't think anyone would ever notice it. I think it's easy to do that ditch, but you do end up sometimes taking a couple of cards away out of your deck that you don't want to. So it just doesn't seem as clean as I would like it to be, or as easy. If it was just one card on the bottom that all I have to do is gone, no problem. But there's something else I have to do as well, a little bit more work. And when I'm doing walk around, that's not what I want to do. But if you're an Instagrammer, YouTuber and all this, then it will more than do its job. It's brilliant. So there's sort of two ways this can go. Finally is the modification. To get it ready, you're going to have to do some work and you're going to have to leave the seal on the box of cards. But you're going to have to take the seal off. You're going to have to do some work with that seal. It's nothing crazy, but you will need an X-Acto knife. You will need an X-Acto knife, a metal ruler, and a little bit of patience. And if you get it wrong, guess what? You have to open another deck or get another seal. So it's a bit faffy for me. Secondly, that seal, we know, is very fragile. So while if I was performing this over and over again as an introduction to a table, I think I'd be a little bit worried of that seal breaking quite quickly. Not just breaking, because there's a part where a bit of sellotape's used and it's like, okay, is this going to last me 100 performances, or am I going to have to continue preparing seals before every single show for that literally half a second's worth of magic? Is that worth the effort? So that's the sort of limitations I'm posing to you, but there are lots of good points as well. That visual change is insane. It looks fabulous. So I think there's a great way of doing this. Imagine if you could, you know what I would love is if you actually had the deck of cards being, and showing the cards on the inside being one colour back, then the box changes, and then all the cards inside that box have changed into that colour. That was an idea I was playing with a long time ago. That would be really, really nice. So all in all, it's an okay trick. Let's give it a rating out of 10, because this is Tint, £27.49, and my rating is quite simply, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10, so it's not bad. And just to let you know, the instruction video lasts about 15 minutes. It's easy to follow. He's just sitting there on a chair in a sort of fancy swanky cocktail bar and doing his stuff, going through it, and then he does it on the table, like actually showing it. So it does its job. It's not going to teach you much more than what you see, but then again, that's all it is. It's one simple effect. So yeah, it does its job. So let's move on to product number 2. Product number 2 is, which one shall I do? DMC Elites. Boom! DMC Elites is the most epic marked deck ever. I'm so excited about this. I wouldn't necessarily say ever, because there's plenty of great marked decks out there. Ones by Luke Jim May, Boris Wilde, and the Ultimate Marked Deck. That's just a few to mention. All of these are great in their own right, but there are reasons why I really, really love this product. It retails at £18.50. And it does not come with instructions. So It tells you how to read the basic 10 cards. You get one card that will tell you the marking system on it. But after that, you don't get any routines, no magic, no nothing. You have to buy another book for another, I think it's around about £18.50, which will teach you. It's a 30-page booklet that will teach you how to do routines with this particular marked deck. That is on our website. We'll put it in the show more section, but you don't get any routines with it. I wish we had 1 or 2 video routines with this just to make it extra value and to help me sell it in the shop. If we just had that, it would do so much better, in my opinion. Just 1 or 2 little videos of him actually showing a routine with this, a powerful routine. But that being said, with marked decks, there's a lot of different magic you can perform with it, and you can easily go online and find routines. You can find them in books all over. So if you don't have a marked deck, if you've never done marked deck magic, then I would still recommend this as being one of your first marked decks. Quite simply because the marking system is so visual and so easy, but nobody else can pick it up. Now, I'm not going to show this live on camera. I could do, because you wouldn't see it. I mean, I'm just going to hold up a card right now. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can get it. There we go. I'm going to hold up the card there. I'm going to hold up the card there. So I'm just telling someone not to come in because of the window there. So you can't see a thing, but once you know what to look for, you can see it super easy. This is the 3 of diamonds. So I'm going to test you with another one just to see if you have a clue. So I'm just going to hold it up there, wrong way around. I'm going to hold that up there here, like this. So have you got that one there? Ace of diamonds. Boom. It's easy for me because I was just looking at it. It's so cool. But no, it is so easy to read, and it's something that the sort of read the sizes that much easily, and it goes by about that wide. So it's, you can read it this way or that way, and you can just have it on the table in plain sight, and only you can see it. And it kind of is like real magic. You know those sort of pictures you stare at and an image pops out or comes in 3D? It kind of just works like that. Your mind just sees the secret reading. So I am very, very impressed with this deck of cards. The feel of them this time have now been printed on USPCC playing card stock, and you don't get a double backer. No, you don't get a double backer. You get the history of it, and then you get all the regular cards like this. So they're just regular cards on the other side, which is what I really like as well. Regular bicycle cards, King of Spades, everything matches regular bicycle except for the back. So some people might say, I really want to have a bicycle deck of cards. I don't really want to have this green thing. Now, personally, people don't care. I don't matter. I would prefer it, I guess, in bicycle, but then you can't really get this mechanism and this way of reading the cards on a bicycle deck. It needs to have this sort of patterns and lines. So that's what makes the DMC deck so unique. I absolutely love the feel of these cards. They feel fabulous, they're thin, they're crushed cardstock, they react and fan beautifully. They'll be great for flaring, they look good for cardistry as well. They're classic in look. The box, I love the box in sort of like a crushed, not velvet, but crushed sort of cardboard without any glossiness to it. And yeah, that's really all there is to say about it. If you've not got a marked deck yet, this is the one probably to get, because you're going to find it a lot easier than the Boris Wilde marked deck, for instance, and some other marked decks which are a lot harder to read. So for a beginner in Magic, it's perfect, and for the professional, I know Izzy, I think, has performed this from Britain's Got Talent a few times, so highly recommend this product. It's worth £18.50 in my opinion, and let's give it a rating out of 10. I'm going to simply give it, a 9.5 out of 10 just because it doesn't come with a video. If it came with that video, it would have been a 10 out of 10. So 9.5 out of 10 for the DMC Elites. Right, let's get going with product number 3. Product number 3, we have Tango Magic, and this one is called Aperture. Boom. So Aperture by Eric Jones and Tango Magic. The trailer you can see it's starting to play here on my right or your left, whichever it is on the screen. Your right, it should be. And this product retails for £43.49. So inside you get, I'm going to show you a little bit, you get a Chinese coin, very much like this. Well, is this coin. So that's your Chinese coin. And you get another Chinese coin, of course, what you need to do to be performing the gimmick as well, and the actual trick. So if you can't, you can see from the trailer what's going on, but with the coin, you can put it on their fingers and show that your finger will not fit through the hole. And in that action there, you can kind of like literally make it pop onto your finger. So in that action from here, of taking that to there, you can put your finger right through it onto their finger, and then it turns into a much larger version. Then you can take it back off again and show the smaller section, so the whole, you know, the fact that it could not have possibly fitted on their finger, because of course it's only a small little hole, there's no way your finger will go on it. So that is the effect in all. Now, while I love the idea of something being a little bit different, which is exactly what this is, I wouldn't say I'm in love with this product. It's the quality of the coins. Let's go over this in the structure first. The quality of the coins is alright in terms of the regular coin. The gimmick coins that you get, everything you need to perform the magic trick, does the job. It does the job as you would need it to do, but I wouldn't say it's exceptionally well made. I'm sorry to say. It does a job, but it just feels like the edges are a bit too sharp for my liking. Even on the regular coin, it just feels a bit sharp, as though, you know, you could easily cut yourself if you do things slightly wrong. Sharper on the hole as well that goes over the finger of the spectator, which I certainly don't like. I would much rather the one that goes over the actual finger of the spectator feels very sharp on the inside, and I would be scared of cutting the spectator a little bit with that. I'm looking at it now and it looks very sharp edges as well, so that really isn't acceptable. You would need it to be smooth. You need to be absolutely sure that it's not going to hurt your spectator. As for the rest of the gimmicks, like I say, it does a job. It's nothing, for me, the effect and the outcome of it is not it's not worth the investment in the time and maybe the cost of the product. For me, it's just, I showed it to Scott earlier and he was like, is that it? You know, the wow factor is just not there. So that really kind of sums up this whole review. I'm going to keep this part of the review very, very quick, because it's something that if you've got a reason for doing this in your routine, you're doing tricks with Chinese coins and it's a little filler, then that's probably what I would say this trick is. It's more of a filler than an actual full-blown effect or a trick. But that said, you know, it's a different idea. I quite like it. One of my customers mentioned that they would have preferred to have Eric Jones doing the teaching on the instructional video rather than Mr. Tango himself. He just found it a little bit hard to understand. And of course, with Eric Jones being featured on the trailer a little bit, it would have been nice to have him doing some of the tutorials and his coin handlings of it. But that being said, it's not a bad product, but it's not something that I personally am going to run out and start performing with tomorrow. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a rating, and I'm going to give it a rating of, I'm just going to say, it's 5 or a 6. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Mainly the sharp edges, it's not acceptable really. It's a nice effect, it does a job, but it's not a wow effect. So 6 out of 10 for the Aperture. £43.49. Now, here we are at the exciting part of the review. I shouldn't say that, should I? The exciting part, the whole review is exciting. But yeah, this is the giveaway, the bit that we're all waiting for, I'm sure. The winner to last week's show, last week's thing, who is going to be the proud winner of Captured by Sebastian Calbury. The winner is Mulham A. So Mulham A is the winner of this. Just send me an email to contest@magicworld.co.uk with your full address and we'll whack this in the post to you immediately. Let's go to the massive competition that we have. So yes, we have a huge competition here at magicworld.co.uk. It is the Black Friday time of the year, but we've started Black Friday early. We have a special website. If you go to magicworld.co.uk/flash-sale, it's on screen right now, you will see 2,000 products with up to 60% off most of those products, which is crazy. But on top of that, we are now offering you an extra 10% off any of those products in that category and a chance to win up to £200 worth of magic spread between all the winners. So maybe even more, who knows? But we're going to be giving away loads of magic, including Out of the Blue, our effect, which has got rave reviews, and Blistering, which Dynamo uses. We'll be giving away those for free as well. But a huge array of unusual tricks, some tricks from the flash sale are going to be included in this as well. And altogether, it's going to come to a total of £200, if not more. There's going to be 10 winners. So 10 winners from around the world. We're going crazy. What do you need to do? Quite simply, we have a special website for this, magicworld.co.uk/contest. So magicworld.co.uk/contest, it's on the screen. You will be presented with a little box that asks for your email and your first name. Just fill it in and we won't pass it on to anybody. We use it just for ourselves. And you then get a little box. Basically, the premise is the more you share, the more points you gain. If you share this on Facebook, you'll get X number of points. If you share it on Twitter, you get X number of points. You can share it more than once. You can share it to 3 or 4 different groups. You can share it to Facebook groups. You can share it by email, WhatsApp. All these different ways will earn you points. Now, as soon as you reach 200 points, which, believe it or not, is very easy to do, you know, 5 or 10 shares and you're almost there. So do that and you will get 200 points. You'll get all the emails in the process and the email will tell you that you've now got an extra 10% off the flash sale website. So super easy. Just follow the instructions on the site. Then we're going to maybe add more little extras along the way so you can unlock certain things. But effectively, you can unlock a 10% discount and the top 10 people with the highest points at the end of the competition will win the prizes. So the more you share, the more points you get and the more chance you have of winning. Now, we may even add the leaderboard onto this page that you're watching this video on now, most probably, or if you go to magicworld.co.uk/contest, you'll see your little box. Once you've logged in, you'll be asked to confirm. You have to confirm it on your email, and then you'll be able to see your points at the top every time you go to this page. And you can see your points going up, and you can also see at the bottom the leaderboard of where everyone is in the leaderboard, and where you need to be, and how much more sharing you need to do to get yourself up to the top. So really excited to be running this competition. Share it with all your friends, share it in groups. Think about different ways of sharing it. You could even find a product and say, hey, check this out, we've got a contest. There's lots of different ways you can share. Don't just use the generic wording that we use. We make it easy for you, so you just click a button and it shares on Facebook. But you can always change it. Change the words, change the hashtags, make it unique to you. And yeah, the more you share, the more points you get and the more chance of winning. Simple as that. This competition ends on the flash sale ends on the 4th of December, but this exact competition and the winners will end on the 7th of December, and the winners will be announced on the 8th or the 9th in another video. All the winners will automatically get emails as well saying that you have won, and lots of exciting things happening along the journey of the competition. So there we go, check it out. That's magicworld.co.uk/contest. Look forward to seeing you all entering. There's one thing I forgot, one little thing. We're going to throw in a little curveball here. The curveball is you can earn extra points, up to 500 extra points at any point, just by submitting a video. Yes, a video on magic. It could be a card trick, it could be a coin trick, it could be anything, but it has to be related to Christmas. I know it's too early for Christmas yet, but it's not in the high streets. You have to just come up with a card trick, something regarding Christmas, something that brings Christmas in it. It could be a packet trick, it could be a trick with a chocolate bar, it could be anything you want. It could be a trick being you're performing to people, or it could be just you and the camera. You have to be willing that if you, of course, get selected, or if we give you the points, that you're happy for that video to be used on our YouTube channel in the future. But we look forward to seeing your submissions. We will then decide each video, one at a time, how many points you get extra for the quality of the video. So it could be the quality of the video that's shot, it could be the performance, the quality of the magic that's done inside it, how creative it is. We'll mark up and give extra points on all these things up to 500 points. So if you do a really poor video that's just shot in 10 seconds and you don't care about it on the worst webcam, you might only get 20 points. If you do it nicely and create a cool little video, especially with Christmas theme in it, then of course you're going to get much closer to those 500 points, and all our points and decisions are final. So there we go. Enter that competition, start sharing, click like our Facebook page, click share, do all those things that keep this YouTube channel going. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon after this week's competition. Ciao for now, have a fantastic week, and happy contest and happy sales. Bye-bye. Let's go on to product number 3. But before we go to product number 3, we have Scott on the outside and we have a gentleman here. So I'm just going to have to pause this video right now, and we'll come back to the thing in a second.